The real deal was after lunch, since a lot would leave their ID in the office, and so not have any way to collect it without getting into the camp. So they would have to go around nearly a kilometer and then go to the guard captain and get a note so they could enter through the main gate. Easily at least 15 minutes extra on the less than 5-minute stroll back from lunch. Seems a lot of the officers in our direct chain of command, so we had to know them, or that had their ID ready, found this fun as well, since getting a colleague to vouch for them seemed difficult. The ones declining would be smiling and laughing about it. We got a lot of attaboys for following protocol, even from officers we had denied access. Sometimes you just need to turn a mundane task into a source of amusement. Even if this comes at the expense of inconveniencing a couple of officers, it's entertaining. And they played along too. Our next story is a two-parter. It comes from Flashy Room 321 and starts in the Am I the Butthole subreddit, but finishes in Malicious Compliance. So let's start with the Am I the Butthole post. It's titled, Will I Be the Butthole If My Girlfriend and I Kick Her Brother Out? My girlfriend, 24, and I, 24, decided to try to help her brother, 22, out of a DV relationship. We offered him a free place to live with financial support until he was able to get back on his feet. We made it blatantly clear that he would need to follow certain rules because he has a history of lying, disappearing, and multiple hospital visits due to his mental health. The rules were pretty simple. Do not contact the ex, get a job within a month, no dating until he sees a therapist regularly, etc. I should emphasize that these rules were agreed on by everybody, and we didn't just spring these on him out of nowhere. Literally, after 2 to 3 days of him staying in our apartment, he went back to his place to pack his things. We didn't have a problem with this because we had no reason not to trust him at the time. Today, I and his mom went to his apartment to help him move his stuff out, and that was the start of the crap show. When we arrived to his place, we discovered that he had not packed despite being there for almost a week, and his apartment was filthy. Despite that, most of the moving went fine until we tried to move his couch. When we picked up the couch, we saw cockroaches in it. We were aware his apartment had cockroaches, but we had no idea it was this bad because he told us it wasn't a big deal. He said he only saw one. I should bring up the fact that he came over to our place an hour before we started moving so that we could throw my couch away since we'd be using his. And we also told him that if we found any more roaches, that we could throw all his things away as we try very hard to keep our place clean. Needless to say, all his stuff got tossed in the dumpster and he did not take kindly to it. When I got home, my girlfriend called me and told me that her brother was having a mental crisis and that we need to go back to him ASAP. So obviously we were there as fast as we could be. After we spent 4 hours in the emergency room, our state doesn't have any LTC for mental health. We were finally able to go home and let him get the help he needs. After a while of being home, we decided to go through his phone. He gave us permission to do this, and we found a lot of things that infuriated us. We discovered that not only was he regularly talking to his ex, he also had planned to have this mental breakdown after we were done moving and have us take him to the hospital. And he had also messaged another man about coming over at midnight to do God knows what. We feel that he has basically spat in our face despite bending over backwards to make a crappy situation work. So, Reddit, will we be the buttholes if we kick him out and let him figure his own life out? Jumping down to the comment section on this one, we have one from a user called Pinky Stacy. It says, not the butthole. Your boyfriend's brother violated the agreement and manipulated the situation. It's clear he isn't ready to take responsibility for his actions and needs help beyond what you can provide. It's not your responsibility to fix his life, especially when he's actively trying to deceive you. Another commenter called IllAssistant9543 said, not the butthole. Number 1, he's an adult. He should be responsible for himself in the first place. Number 2, he should be responsible keeping everything clean. Number 3, he is clearly manipulating this situation and mooching. Kick him out and ghost him. Tell your girlfriend that she will not be having him over again. He can fend for himself at a shelter and learn the hard way. I feel like there is a very large violation of trust here. OP and the girlfriend are letting the brother into their apartment where all of their personal items are. I don't think I would trust this person when they are lying to you the whole time. I agree with the commenter saying that OP and the girlfriend just can't provide the help that the brother really needs. Alright, let's get into the update on this one, which was posted in Malicious Compliance. It's titled, "Want to be treated like the adult you are? Fine, fix all your own problems then." When I initially made my Am I the Butthole post, my girlfriend's brother faked a mental breakdown to get out of his responsibilities and put the workload on us. All the while, he was lying to us and talking crap behind our backs. So I'll continue from there. One thing I had forgotten to mention in the original post is that he left behind 3 cats in his apartment that he knew he was about to be evicted from. He had promised us over and over and over again that he was trying his hardest to find a place to rehome 2 of them, and that the 3rd one would come with him if he moved in. We made it blatantly clear that the cat coming with him would be his responsibility, despite being in our apartment, since we would be working and we would have very little time to get the cat used to our husky and our own 2 cats. I'll make it crystal clear that we did not surprise him with this information and that he agreed to our terms. Obviously, since he was in a mental hospital, everything got thrown into a loop. We agreed that we would assist him with finding the cats a new home, and unfortunately, since he was unable to provide any care for the 1 cat, he would be rehomed as well. We quickly discovered that he had only been talking to 1 person about them, despite us telling him repeatedly that he needed to have backup options just in case they no-showed. My girlfriend waited for almost an hour after the agreed upon time to meet in his apartment the day before the eviction for this person. And surprise, surprise, they no-showed. With no other option, our only course of action was to call animal control and impound all 3 cats. At first, the process of getting the cats out of the apartment was going pretty well. That was until I got a message from my girlfriend and she was super upset. It turns out her brother had told the officers that we told him that we would take care of the cats and that we would be responsible for any fines and penalties that came from the removal. We would also be at risk of losing our pets. I was pissed. I immediately called them and explained the agreement we had, and the officer I talked to was super helpful and understanding, which was appreciated. Later on, my girlfriend got a call from her brother, and he was livid. He was screaming at her things like, "How could you do this to me?" and "We're siblings." My girlfriend aired out all her grievances, all the lies, manipulation, talking behind our backs, his irresponsibility, everything. It was all deny, 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 and we shut that down pretty quickly. Eventually, he said the magic words, "No contact." I had floated the idea around in my head myself and felt very relieved that I wouldn't have to be the one to bring it up. Needless to say, we happily obliged. Not 10 minutes later, he calls us again and says we need to bring him his car an hour and a half north of us, along with all of his things. Yeah, no. No contact, no help, that's how I feel about it. So now he's stuck an hour away, he has no car, his family wants nothing to do with him, he has little to no place to live. His only options are to move back in with his ex or be homeless. His cats are in danger of being put down. The only thing I feel bad about is that the cats may be put down due to all of this, and it's not fair to them. They deserved a better owner, and if I had the time and space for them, I would have taken them in a heartbeat. Jumping down to the comment section on this one, we have one from a user called Thank You Happy. It says, "Save the cats and F her brother. Little boy needs to grow up. If that means hitting rock bottom, then so be it. He sounds like a tortured soul that needs to do some soul searching." Enabling him will bring everyone down to his disastrous self-standard. OP responded to this one and said, impounding them was